I was just listening to the video that I just did. One about it's his burden, not yours. Give it to him. What it says about I had to give my love for her. Yeah, for this absolute diamond of a woman. Oh, she is. That's it. Because she is, and because I never imagined in any way, shape, or form I could ever be with someone like her. Never imagined it at all. Never. Never, ever, 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 ever. Never thought it's possible. I wrote down the thing I wrote down. Did I ever believe it would really happen? No. No. No, because at the time I didn't love me. I didn't believe God really did. I sort of believe he did, but I wasn't walking in it. So did I believe I could ever get someone like that? No. Now, this woman is a reality in my life. And God has put in me a love for her that is way beyond anything I could ever possibly imagine. And with even the idea that she would reciprocate that love, that God would put that love for me and her, and that we would be married, we would become as one. The degree of pressure I felt to become a better person, to do better. And then the stress of thinking, I can't even remember her face. I've never seen her face, so how could I? But there was guilt associated with that. I felt guilty about that. How? I've never seen her face. How can I feel guilty about something that I have not forgotten? You can't forget something you've never seen, can you? But yeah, there was a pressure of trying to figure out, okay, how can we go about this in a way that's going to make sure it's going to work? Yeah, I'm more mature now. I have more of an understanding now of how things should be done. But then spending hours and hours and hours speaking to God about it, praying about it, trying to understand, okay, how do we do this? How do we do this in a way that's going to work? How do we do this your way? Exactly your way, God. Precisely to the absolute T, your way. Where we're not doing things the world way in any way, shape, or form. And we're going to get resistance. Oh, God, we're going to get resistance. Right, okay. How do we deal with that? Oh, it was constant. And in the end, I just had to give it to God. It was a burden that I just couldn't carry. In the end, it was too much. These are things that we as a couple need to come together and talk about. When the time is right for that to happen. But we need to seek God about that together. And make sure that after every conversation we give it back to God. The video I've just done is about giving it to God. It's his burden, not ours. Give it to him. If we seek God about what he wants us to do, we talk about that, but we don't give it back to him, there's a good chance we will keep thinking about it and it will fester and fester and fester and fester and fester and become a problem. We've got to give it to God. We're going to keep on giving it to God. That's something which, again, is against our understanding, isn't it, really? But you've got to do that. Because that's the point, for me to be the best person I can be for her. It's not about me getting muscles in places I never realised I could. It's not about me being my version of Mr. Olympian for our wedding night. Yeah, it's not about me being perfect in other ways for her. It's about me being able to give things to God so that I'm not carrying burdens that I shouldn't be. If I'm weighed down, remember, we are one. What's affecting me is going to affect her. So if I love her, I've got to free me up. Then that will free us up. Oh, yeah. After I gave it to God, yeah. There was a 5 minutes where I thought the love I had for her gone. It wasn't, it was a burden that had gone. The love was still there. And if anything, it had grown. The walk and talk I did earlier, it was that song that came on, Try Not to Love You. It only makes me love you more. Once you give the burden to God, that leaves more space for you to love that person. So it's not necessarily that I've been trying not to love her. I've been trying not to be burdened by it. God has taught me to give things to Him. Give this to Him. And by giving it to Him, has created space where more love for her can come in. So I can love her more by trying not to be burdened by my love for her. Look, I'm not explaining it in the best way necessarily. This is all very new to me. Very new indeed. I'm learning as I go here. I believe it's likely that by this time next week we will start to be a couple and we will start to be building our relationship this time next week. Before then, just before then. But then, as I say, it's very much a case of give everything to God. Put Him right at the centre of the relationship, right at the very centre. Everything goes through Him. And everything is given back to Him. Yeah, I mentioned before in videos that to MOT your relationship and stuff like that. Well, I think it's very much a case that to do that, really, you've got to, again, bring God into it. You've got to ask God to lead and guide you over the things that have been happening over the week or month, whatever amount of time period you are leaving the MOT of your relationship for. But then at the end of that, give all of that back to Him. Just say, done. That's done. Give that to God. It's sorted now. Yeah. We've looked over that time with God's help. we don't need to look over it again. Because learn from the past, move on. Don't fester in it. Learn from it, move on. When you decide to move on, you give it to God. So here you go, Lord. Give that back to you. Do with it as you wish. It's yours now. You deal with it. It's our past, but our lives belong to you, so it's yours. Because far too often in relationships, people keep on bringing up stuff that's happened in the past, don't they? Oh, but you said, oh, but you did, oh, but you said, oh, but you did. Yeah, don't want that. I don't want to be doing that. I don't want her to be doing that. Because even if she's the one doing it, yeah, it's going to hurt me, but it's going to hurt her as well. She won't be happy with her doing that, will she? It's going to hurt her knowing that she's done that. So I don't want her to do that, and I don't want to do that to her. So the past we give to God. Now, sometimes it'll be a case of having to re-give things to God, because it is a case that we give things to God, then we take it back. Because we never really gave it, did we? We've got to be aware of that. We've got to learn from that. Again, this is all part of growing, isn't it, really? And as a couple, we've got to help each other to grow. Because I said, we're both moving into territory we've never been in before. Both of us. Guarantee, she's never done things completely God's way in a relationship. Neither have I. We're both going to be doing things. We're both learning as we're going, basically. Yeah. But it's going to be fantastic, because certainly we're both going to be doing videos. We're both going to be doing the walk and talks. It'll be 2 normal Christians on this one. Yeah. And so you'll get her view and my view. And hopefully God will speak through her when he's not speaking through me. And if I'm wrong, she's going to give me a kick up the arse. In her own way. Whatever way that's going to be. It may be a look. It may be a little nudge. It may actually be a kick up the arse. Don't know. I hope she's got a good sense of humour. I really hope that she's got a very good sense of humour. Yeah. Yeah. I know she's got a gorgeous character. You know, she's got all the things really that are incredibly important from a Christian point of view. She's got that stuff. I'm really looking forward to learning about her personality as well. You know, seeing what she enjoys. You know, as I said before in the video, what is she like with regards to food? What is she like with regards to movies? What is she like with regards to all that sort of stuff, you know? Yeah. What's her favourite thing she can remember from being a child? All these sort of things. Yeah. Yeah, I said, actually, pretty quickly after meeting her, that I wanted her to come and do a walk and talk, to share her testimony. Yeah. That's good. She's got a good testimony. Yeah. So, that'd be good for her to share. I'm going to end this video in a second, but the reason for this one, as I say, in the last video I mentioned about the fact that I had to give it to God. That's why. Yeah, Certainly when it's just me feeling it and she's not at that point yet. God hasn't put that in her yet. Or at least there's no sort of communication. I don't think God has. I'm pretty sure if God did, then there would be evidence of that. Yeah. 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 But me having to carry that, yeah. There's a lot of things, over the years you thought about if you had this, what would you do? And all of that just comes back, and the burden just becomes just too much, far too much. Just can't deal with it, can't carry that. Too much to carry. So, yeah. Well, there you go. You take care, God bless. I'll speak to you soon. And, yeah. If there's anything else to share, I'll share it. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.